Alright, so let's take a look at what we have included in the kit here. I've started this 2 or 3 times, but I got some guy running up and down the street in his ATV, which gets kind of noisy. So, here we go. It is the NOCO Genius Boost Plus GB40. They have different models. It is 12 volt, 1000 amp, 7000 joules. And it's only about that big. Very small. Comes with that. Comes with a set of clamps, and that is 8 gauge wire on there, folks. And that's a beefy clamp. This is not wimpy. And there's a charger. Now you charge this through the USB port. Now I happen to charge mine through the USB port on my iPhone charger. And it came with about a 25% charge, so it took about 3 hours for it to fully charge, which is not bad. But they also send you the power port charger, which if you're old like me, it used to be called a cigarette lighter. But let's be politically correct. Plugs into there, and it has a USB mini port, and that plugs into the actual unit. Now, on the back of one side, you have USB in, so there's where the charging port goes, right here. And then you have USB out, so you can charge your phone if you need to from this. USB out. And if you flip it around, this is where the clamps go, and it only fits one way. It also has a flashlight feature. Let me see if I can get this right. It has several different functions. So I'm going to go through all the functions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and off. That's very nice. It's not a very bright light, but it's enough to get by if it's dark. Let's see. Oh, there are 2 modes to this. The normal mode has all the protective measures and safety measures connected. As I said, here's the charging: 25, 50, 75, and 100. When you put it into the regular mode, the little computer takes over, keeps you from messing things up. Right here is an indicator if you have the polarity incorrect. If you put the positive cable on the negative post of the battery, and vice versa with the negative, it's going to let you know that you got it backwards. Or some people say ass backwards. It will let you know. But let's say there's not enough charge in the actual battery that it can register here. What you have to do is you have to put it in manual mode. Now that overrides those safeties, so it's almost like using regular jumper cables. And if you remember, if you connect it to the car that's providing the power, and then you go and connect it to the dead battery, if you touch those things, it's going to spark. You always run the risk of destroying a ECU in your car, so you got to be very careful. Well, what it does is it makes 12 volts of power go straight through the cables. So again, it's just a portable set of jumper cables. So be careful with that. But that's only if the battery is so low it cannot register this. Now again, they do recommend that you wait at least 30 seconds once you hook it up to make absolutely sure there's enough juice getting to the battery to start it. I'm beginning to think 30 is okay, maybe 60. Give it, if it's really, really dead, especially on a cold morning, if you guys that live up north, I'd give it about 60 seconds and power that on. I think for the money, it's a good unit. Oh, last and not least, I almost forgot. You get the nifty little soft case. You can put everything in there. I think they actually sell a hard case for this on Amazon too. I'm not going that far. Here she is hooked up, positive to positive, negative to negative. Now, they tell me that once you power on, give it about at least 30 seconds before you attempt to turn the engine over. Excuse me. As a matter of fact, I forgot to mention this too. I had bought this off Amazon for like $100, and I got a defective one. Always my luck. Sent it back, got a new one. But let me hook up my tripod one more time, and then we'll see if this thing will crank up. Okay, real time. Let's go ahead and turn this on. All right, it gives me some flashing lights, and we'll wait about 30 seconds. Here goes nothing. Well, proof is in the pudding. If I'd left it on a little bit longer, say maybe 60 seconds, probably would have done a little better job. Now again, that's, you know, a good sized engine, that's 4 liter. So I think it did rather well. Now I've also done something, instead of charging it via my battery in the car and stuff, I went ahead and hooked up one of those 120 volt plugs that has the USB ports. So I still have 2 120 volt plugs in my garage, but in between the 2 USB ports, because those are chargers. And I think, not that it matters, you know, they're 3.6 amps. It's not going to charge us any faster, but if I have to charge more than one item at a time. They say that you can use this up to 20 times to make the car turn over. But I'm going to go ahead and charge it. I believe it is a lithium-ion battery. Yep, lithium-ion, I believe. So, you know, it'll retain a charge, and it's a much smaller battery. So again, I have the GB40 12 volt 1000 amp 7,000 joules. It is good for up to 6 liter on gasoline engines, up to 3 liter on diesel, and about $100 on Amazon. I think the next one up is like, I've seen Ivan use that, was a GB70, I believe. It's a little more expensive. It's about, I want to say 180 plus. But if you work it on as many cars as what they have, you need something, you know, a little more juice in it. 4 liters is about the largest engine I have in my fleet. So, product review. I thought the YouTube videos I had seen earlier were fairly truthful, and I proof in the pudding. And it may be time to get a new battery, but it's small, and you can just tuck it away in the car. Well, thanks for listening, and once again, I'll fix your car, but it won't go far.